What is going on, everybody? So we're getting ready to get started. All right. Tonight's topic that we are going to be talking about is the art of war. Now, y'all might have heard of the book, The Art of War, which is an awesome book. Highly recommend everybody read that book. I want to make sure that everybody can hear me, though. I'm getting ready to bring the fire tonight. So I want to make sure everybody can hear me. Everybody understand that this thing is getting ready to get lit. All right. I want to take it to a whole nother level as we are moving forward. All right, we're getting closer to the Las Vegas event. I don't know how many people are coming out to Las Vegas. Your boy's going to be there. He will be. I will be wearing, and also my wife, my beautiful wife, will be wearing. The Secure the Bag T-shirt, and I highly recommend that everybody that's going over there wear your Secure the Bag T-shirts. Let them know who you coming. Who we representing. You know what I mean? And we're just going to keep this thing moving. And if you need a T-shirt, let me know. I'm trying to put together a website so that way y'all can go ahead and get those T-shirts. We got a couple more that I'm working on too, so that way y'all can go ahead and get those T-shirts as well, hats as well. So got a couple that's looking pretty hot. I'm really liking the designs on them. But yeah, just get ready for that. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Hold on, let me go ahead and mute y'all because I hear some pages flipping. They must be reading the Bible right now, and they're getting ready to get this imprint. Moses is about to come down and preach the word right now. Now, just but let me stop. But I'm serious about this, y'all. We get ready to go in on this thing. The art of war. We have to understand that this market is a technical machine. All right, and we also have to realize that when we're dealing with this market, it is literally the most manipulative market out there. I had to make sure I was saying that right. It's a tongue twister. But it is the most manipulative market out there, okay? The reason why I say that is because we've seen, and I know all of y'all can contest to this, we've seen instances where spreads, I was talking to John about this, we see spreads go from 10 pips or 5 pips all the way up to 100 pips in a single hour. And you're like, what the heck? You'll see sometimes when the market seems like it's consolidated, it looks like it's going one direction, then all of a sudden, boom, it's going another one, right? We've all seen that. We've experienced that. And the reason why is because of that fact. Because an average person can, yes, come in this thing with $40 and turn it into hundreds, even thousands, yes. But there's also a flip side to that. People with big money can come in and dump it and force the market in a certain direction. And that's where it causes those high spreads. Because you have big investors where we're putting, 0.5s, we're risking 5 cents here, maybe 10 cents, maybe $1. They're risking $10,000 in the market. Do you not think that $10,000 is a sufficient number to kind of force the direction temporarily? Yes, absolutely. People do that. Mr. John. But yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. People will do that. You know what I mean? And it's up to us to understand. We have to get technical with this stuff sometimes. Yes, trading can be easy, but sometimes we have questions unanswered. And it's because we don't know the technical side of certain things. We don't understand how the week could be a whole pullback. Can any of y'all look at the template right now that we utilize every single day and say, okay, because of this template, I know that this whole week is a false week. This whole week is a pullback. Because we haven't really talked about it. Some of y'all know it, but some of y'all don't know the technical aspect of it. Y'all don't know the art of this war. Guys, it's not you versus you in this market. It's you versus the market. It's always been that way. A lot of us don't realize that, you think that the market is out to get you. No, it's not that the market is out to get you. It's just because they're taking advantage of what you don't know. They're winning the fight. And because we don't know how to play, we're always losing. Can that be changed? Yes, it can be changed. but psychologically, they're going to mess with your mind. Okay, they understand this. They understand that your mindset, you see a trend, right? You see a trend, and when you see this trend, you think, okay, it's going down. But then what happens? You see a spike up. Oh, snap, something's happened. I think it's going up now. Oh, snap, I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy that. And then what happens? Goes right back down again. What the heck? I thought it started going up. Guys, this is a part of the market. It does that all the time. But it's because we don't understand this move. We get lost over the bigger move. Do you follow me? Does everybody understand? I got how many people? 35 people on here. I need to see that y'all understand. This is what we fall for every single time. Would you agree? That we get so caught up on this move, the small move, that we forget about the big move. Now, is it possible to play that small move? Absolutely, it is possible to play the small move, and we're going to get to that tonight. But we have to understand that overall, that's the smaller move. That is the smaller move to a bigger scenario. Sometimes it gets harder to determine that. And when it gets hard to determine that, what do you do, Becca? You leave that market alone. You say, okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till it looks clear. I'm gonna wait till this thing clears up. Why risk your money? And if you're unsure of the market, if you're unsure of the direction of that market, why are you even playing that? We have to think about that. There is going to be days, there's going to be weeks, there's going to be sometimes where, you know, you just like, man, it's just been a bad couple of weeks. Like the market has not shown me clear sign, and that's fine. That's fine, guys. I always tell y'all about the guy that I know. And the reason why I never say his name is because it's a hard name to say. He Tolu is his short name. But yeah, he has one of those names, and it's just like, what? But he only plays once a month. He only plays once a month. And the reason why he only plays once a month is because it's certain things that he wants to see. All right? It's certain things that he wants to see. And when he sees those things, he's able to capitalize on that, being if it's the small move or if it's the big move. He will capitalize on that, but he's just waiting for certain things to line up so that way he can capitalize on that. I don't care. I don't care about the next person making $200 in an hour. I don't care about the person that makes $1,000 in a single week or a single day. I don't care about that. I'm waiting for my setup. I was talking to my mentor today, and y'all gonna have to, you know, sit down and listen to this story, okay? Because guess what? I got another hour to go, so we gonna do this thing. But listen to this story though. Listen to this story, guys. My mentor was telling me, I was just talking to him. I was just like, man, everybody that I was talking to, you know, and teaching on this Forex thing, man, is, you know, they get so lost. They get so caught up on the smaller moves. And then I said it, and he broke it down to me. He said, Adrian, that's the problem right now. That's what everybody is seeing. They're seeing this as an all to end all scenario. We're looking at this as, man, if I can learn this thing, then I can do this full time. Why would you want to do this full time? Guys, I don't even want to do this full time. I don't do this full time. I got other stuff that I do. I got other businesses that I invest in. This is just a part-time gig to fuel the full-time dream. This is a part-time gig to fill the full-time dream. All right, and when I was talking to him, he was just like, Adrian, you know that on a regular basis, I only make $60,000 on this thing. When I trade the Forex, I only make around $60,000 a year, man. I don't care about retiring off of this. I utilize it for my other business. He said, now he's really big on videography. He said last year, He made about $166,000 in his videography. That's his main source. That's his dream. He loves videography, and he loves doing things and creating these beautiful masterpieces of videos for people. That's his dream. The Forex is that extra income, the extra source, so that way he can do whatever he wants to do with that. And once we get out of that mindset, then we can understand the art of war. This young man is only 24 years old. I'm 28. Again, I tell y'all about the guy that's 22 years old. And he made about 30,000 in the market, but because they waited for their scenario. They waited for their entry. They don't care. They weeded out all the noise. They weeded out all the noise. But Adrian, where are you getting at with this thing? It's all a part of the art of war, the art of your mental war, the art of you weeding out the distractions around you. So that way you can focus on what's most important. And that's the skill. We're too busy wrapped up on the money aspect, and you forget that you wake up every single day to go to a job. You have money coming in. What is your rush? What is this need and this hunger to master something tomorrow or today? When you didn't, a week ago, you didn't even know about this information. A month ago, you didn't know this stuff even existed. And this stuff been around longer than we were born, before we were born. It's not going anywhere. We have all the time in the world to learn this thing. But Adrian, I'm just tired of my job. I'm just tired of it. Guys, I was sick and tired too. I was sick and tired too. And the thing about it is, I was so sick and tired of it that I knew I needed a change. That I knew that what I was doing was not working for me. But it was something that I had to do to get there. As I always share with y'all, that I spent about $5,000 on my training. Set aside from all that I was already paying for IML. And on top of that, I was unemployed, getting unemployment. And the verge looking for another job. I was just like, man, I mean, I can still learn this and hopefully get it one day, but I may have to get another job. But then something in my mind was just like, no, I'm gonna keep on doing this thing. I'm keep on learning this thing. But if I have to go back to work temporarily, I will. Because I know that once I get this skill set, once I know, nothing can stop me. Nothing would. So I dig deep. Did I get up and trade with them? No. I asked them to, I said, hey man, can I get up and trade with you sometimes? They was just like, no. It's like, why not? Man, I just paid you $5,000. You can't even get up and trade. What is this? I want a refund. No, I didn't say that. I was gonna learn what I needed to learn. But they said no. I said, why not? I had the audacity to ask them that. He was like, because if you trade with me, you will always trade with me. If you decide that, okay, I'm a man, he knows a lot of stuff, I just want to mentor with it. You start putting these things in your mind, guys. Again, what is this all leading up to? The art of war, the art of that mental state that we have to break right now. Before we go into the boot camp, we got to break that right now. All right. So going back to the story, he was saying that if you trade with me now, you will always trade with me, and I will not be a crutch for you. I will not do that. I've been down that path, and I will not do that. So when he said that to me, it hit me, and it was a realization that I had to come upon myself, and I just had to say, hey man, I have to do something about this. If he's not going to trade with me, then how am I going to learn this stuff? I've given you the tools that you need. All you have to do is just what? Open the door. The door is unlocked. All you have to do is open the door and walk through it. Again, this is starting to turn into a sermon. I ain't trying to do that, but that's what this whole thing is about. It's about breaking our mental state and understanding that there are layers that we have to break. And after we get to this, we're going to break down the days. So that way y'all understand. We're going to go to the charts and break down the days. But first, we got to break down the mental. You understand? We got to break down your mental package right now. All right. We understand that. What did I always tell y'all? There is cycles of 3 that we always have to break. This is starting to look almost like a target. Y'all see this? This looks like a target. We can even color it in a little bit. Red is the bullseye. Let me go ahead with a thicker one. So we got that. Just gonna color this in just a little bit. Like, Adrian, you don't have to color. I want to color it in, y'all. Give me a second. I'm gonna color this in so y'all can understand this bullseye thing. And y'all gonna even understand these colors in a second. Because these colors actually represent something too. And yeah, that's good. We go through cycles of 3. We go through cycles of 3, man. So the first cycle that we have to get through is that excitement stage. As soon as we jump into this thing, we get super excited. We're like, yeah, man, you know, I'm finally trading Forex. I'm a Forex trader now. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm ready to make some money in the market. Well, hold your horses now. Right, there's some series of steps that I need you to. Yeah, I hear you, bro. But man, I'm ready to make some money, man. I seen Joyce up the other day, man. She said she made $1,000, bro. She made $1,000 in like a single day, man. I want to make this money, bro. Ooh, I'm ready. And then you look at it and you sit up there and you try to get in there. And then what do? You put your money in the market and boom, it's gone as soon as you blink your eyes. You're like, what just happened? It was almost like I was running. And then I turned for a second and I ran into a wall. That realness hit. And that's even before we even get on the target. That's out here. This is in La La Land. This is out here. We haven't even reached the target yet. We're at the starting point and we run into that. That's the starting point. Oh, y'all didn't know I was an artiste. Oh, that's the starting point. And once we have that realization, that's when we're able to be like, okay, all right, yeah, okay, this it's more than meet the eye to this thing. All right, maybe I need to calm down a little bit and really get focused and see what's going on. All right, so that's when we begin to study. All right, we begin to go through that procedure of, you know, starting to learn what is a PIP, the process of Forex, what is Forex, all that yaga. Everybody been through that phase, right? Everybody been through that phase. I got 36 people. I want to see some yeses, some something. I want to see that. Everybody's already that's already been here is past that. They're past the basic. Past the basic. We already seen all the basic videos in IML. If you haven't, you need to go back and watch them. Even refresh yourself just to go back. There's nothing wrong with it. Right? We've been through that. We understand it. Adrian, I'm good. I don't even understand the news a little bit, bro. I'm there. Okay, so we're at the starting point. So now we're getting closer, but then we hit this first wall. What does this blue represent? Facebook. You're like, what? I thought you was going to say something about the market. Nope, Facebook is our first setback. Why would you think Facebook is our first setback? I need somebody to unmute yourself and go ahead and say, why do you think Facebook is our first setback?
Comparing yourself.
There you go. You compare yourself to other traders. You compare yourself to everybody else that supposedly is making money in this thing. You're learning, you're trying to learn. You never seen this information before, and you're just like, yo, I should be better. Why am I not getting this stuff, man? I mean, Joy said the other day she only been in this thing for a week, and she's already made $1,000 just by copying and pasting. What's going on? Is it me? Maybe I need to start back over. And that's what we do. We go right back to the starting point. We go right back to the starting point. And what do we go back to do? Maybe I need to study again. Maybe I need to go back to the basics. Maybe I got to do that. We try to go back. We try to go back and do the same thing that we did in our starting point, right? We said, okay, if Joyce can do it, then I can do it too. You put that same amount of money and then you hit into that wall, and then you're right back at the starting point and you're going back to the basics. Guys, we have to realize we got to get past that. We got to get over that. We got to get over that fact of the Facebook profits. Because what happens is we don't know what happened that week to allow them to get that profit. We don't know if, hey, swipe trades could have been doing wonderful that day. The market could have been, rising great. Everything could have been lining up for that trader. The trader seen his his trades. Everything was lining up, and then she just happened to be new and over leveraging, and then boom, she got her profit. Or what's the other scenario? Was dealing with profits. I'm allowed one person to unmute yourself. What is another scenario that could happen when you're dealing with Facebook profits?
They balling in their demo account.
They balling in their demo account. Balling. Spending that Monopoly money on Monopoly Bentleys and Monopoly Ferraris. They doing all that.
It also depends on the account size.
And there's another one. It also depends on their account. We don't know how much they starting with. We don't know. This person could be starting with $30,000. I know a few people that came in this game with at least 10 and up. And then they don't mind putting a couple standards on that thing. So we can't go over them. We can't look at that and just be like, oh man, why is he doing it? We don't know the circumstance. So why are we looking at that? We don't know what swipe trades had done that week, that month. They show you all these flashing lights, like swipe trades went and did phenomenally this month. Over 160 pips, over 1,000 pips. And you think, man, I need to get into that. That's a good selling point, don't get me wrong. I mean, that shows consistency, that shows all that stuff that people are winning. So it makes you feel that. And again, I'm not talking bad about IML as a whole. I'm talking about our focus, the art of war. I'm talking about how unintentionally we are falling still for the market because of us. I'll say it again. We are still psychologically falling for the market unintentionally because of this factor. Because we feel like there's a need to need this money now. Scratch the learning. It's too hard. It's a learning curve. I need the profits now. But you got a job. You got your income. I'm tired of that. Guys, why is it, and I say guys, I mean ladies and gentlemen, why is it that we are able to work a job, go to school, okay, go to school and be fine with that? We can be patient on that degree, but we can't be patient on learning something that's going to pay us as soon as we get out. A lot of times you wait to get your degree and you got to wait 6 to 10 months. Maybe not even find your, degree. I mean, not even find that job in your career field. I was one of those people. I spent almost $50,000 on my degree and never even worked in my field. But I was willing to be patient for that. Why can't I be patient for this? Why can't I? Because psychologically, I already programmed my mind that I'm tired. Everybody else is winning. Everybody else is doing so well. So I need to go ahead and react. So the first thing that we get through is Facebook. So we break through that barrier. We say, nah, man, you know what I mean? I'm not affected by Facebook anymore. I'm done with Facebook. I didn't turn it off. Susie Q can keep her profits. I don't care about it. I know it's fake. And you go to this second one. The second one is over leverage. That's when you get to a point in your trading. You notice how it's white. The reason why it's white is because you start to come in that understanding of knowing. You're starting to be like, yo, this Ichimoku Pokemon Cloud is really killing it. Oh my gosh, man, like I understand this stuff. Yo, I understand the news like know-how. Bro, I understand how to utilize the peak highs. I understand trend. Yo, I'm killing it right now, man. It's nothing, it's a breeze. It's a breeze.
That Ichimoku will have your hands itching, man.
I'm telling you, because it just makes sense. When you understand something, it just makes sense. And you just like, yo, oh my gosh, look, I done seen this pattern so many times. You know what, bro? You start to get cocky about it even. You be like, yo, I'm about to make some money tonight. Yo, I've seen this pattern so many times. It's nothing. I don't even have to follow up my rules, really. Don't even have to follow all my rules because I already know this is going down. This is good. We're winning tonight. And then what happened? You didn't follow your rules. You got too cocky. So you said, no, I don't have to worry about it. Not only that, sometimes you could have even been listening to somebody else. Going off of somebody else's way. So guess what? You got cocky, you over leveraged. And then what happened? You lost it all. Boom. You lost it all. And then all of a sudden you go right back to Facebook profits. You're like, dang, man, I lost all my money. But Susie just made some money last night. Dang, Swipe Trades did another good trade. Oh my gosh. Man, maybe I need to go back again and go ahead and study. Maybe I need to go back to the basics. And you're right back at the beginning. You went from knowing to going back to Facebook profits to going right back where you started. Man, is this thing really for me? Man, maybe I should just go ahead and quit, man. Maybe I need to find another source of income. Maybe I need to try something else. Maybe I need to, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we got to stop it. We have to see what this thing is. They have to understand that this is a part of the art of war. This is exactly what the market makers want us to go through. These emotions. Because those successful traders, those small amount of successful traders, and I don't care. I was looking at somebody's page today and they were saying how they're 90% accurate. 90% accurate at this thing. And I just laugh. Nobody's 90% accurate. I'm sorry. Nobody is 90% accurate at this trade. That means that out of 10 trades, and I say, well, let's say a week. I wouldn't say even a day. Out of 10 trades, you're only missing one. 10 trades a day. But why are we playing that many times though? And you can do that every single day consistently? Even on NFP? You telling me you can do that on NFP? Guys, come on. And I'm not trying to talk down to them. I'm not trying to say, because they might, in their mind, they might be able to do that. But for me, it's hard to believe that because I've seen successful traders. I've been around millionaire traders. And they will even tell me, dude, I'm only 60 to 70% accurate in my trading. But I don't pay attention to the noise. I don't pay attention to whatever Facebook is doing. I wake up every single morning, I put my pants on, and I go ahead and see what this market got for me. And if it doesn't present, not playing. But if it does, I'm still going to put my stop loss. I'm still going to follow my rules. I'm still going to do what I need to do to make sure that I win. Right? And that's where you want to get to. You want to get to that point to where you're fine with not playing. Oh, Susan that made this. Reggie that made this. Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. Great for them. But guess what? At the end of the day, what is that? What is that for them, and what is that not for me? I want everybody to say that. What is it? It's not your pips. It's not your pips. It isn't. Because that same person that is profiting, the same person that is profiting is the same person that is not sharing when they had big losses. They quick to show them that $1,500 day when they had that $5,000 loss. They ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna post that. Nobody gonna post loss. Losses don't sell. So I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna post my wins all the time. That's what they're gonna do. Every single time. But why do I spend the time to talk about this tonight? I spend the time to talk about this tonight because psychologically, we have to be aware of this stuff. We're not spending enough time talking about this. And it's causing us to go through this spiral every single time. And we can't get to perfection. We can't get to perfection unless we get through this. Perfection is when you can take a loss and it doesn't blow your account. You can rebuild from where you're at. Perfection is when you can see a Facebook post and it doesn't affect you. You may take a look at that pair and you be like, nah, it's not for me. I'm not going to take it. Perfection is when you're patient enough to wait for your particular trade. And if it does not present, you do not trade. Perfection is when you can take the time out to study, mark up charts, find out more about the market, ask questions. Do what you need to do as if you were in school, as if you were in a college. Take the time out to study, to learn your craft, so you can make the money that you deserve. Each and every one of y'all deserve the profits that you want personally. Exactly, Alex. That 10-step process, and that's about, according to what we're going to be talking about in this boot camp, that 10-step process thoroughly. Thoroughly. We're going to be really breaking down that template. Still applying everything that we learned from price action. Everything that we learned from price action leads up to this next cornerstone of what we're going to get ready to do. I had to teach y'all price action so that way when it comes to applying this template, when it comes to applying any other indicator, we understand what's going on. We understand what we're looking for. A lot of people don't know about vectors. A lot of people don't know about false moves. A lot of people don't know about those blue and red boxes, those sky blue and those light red boxes. A lot of people don't know about them. But guess what? We're going to be learning all about them in this section of the boot camp thoroughly. All right. So the first thing that we're going to talk about tonight, and it's very easy. It's not that hard, so that's why I know I could spend just a little bit of time on that and just talk about it and talk it over. Is we're going to talk about understanding your days to play. Nope. The Naked Forex is a book that you can read and that you can understand it by yourself simply by following the pictures and then applying it to the charts. Because the pictures already abbreviate what to do. All you got to do is go back to the charts and look for it. There's Mr. John actually we was talking about that today. How he's already read through the book a few times. I think he has already read through the book a few times, he said. And he started implementing the picture graphs on what they show in the book to the actual forex itself, to the actual charts itself. And then when he said he was seeing some of those things unfold, and he was able to play or practice off of those things to understand it even more. So again, a lot of the times our problems is that we listen to this information, you'll absorb this information, but we are still afraid to apply it. And we have not applied yet. So we still have that lack of understanding. And it's because we have not presented implication that also hinders us as well. And it also still leads up to this art of war. Still at the starting point because we haven't implemented. So we get past the starting point, we go to the Facebook profits. We get past the starting point, we get cocky, we get greedy, we start over leveraging, and we still don't really understand it itself. And then after that, we don't follow the rules. And then what? We go right back at the beginning. How many months are we going to keep on doing this? How many days or weeks are we going to keep on going through this process every single day, every single week, every single month? Are we not tired of that? Are y'all not tired of that? I understand loss is a part of this, but it's a lot of stuff that we can control. And we're going to find too, that when we do this boot camp, guys, you can create 2 separate accounts if you want to. You can create the one that you trade in every single day, where you do your regular routine, right? And then you have the account for the boot camp, where you only trade your signature trade. And I promise you, I'll bet you money that account will make more money in it than your previous account right now. Now it might be weeks where the trades or your regular account might be overgrown, that you be like, haha, I'm already beating my account. But then you're gonna have days where it goes right back down. You be like, crap, okay, I guess Adrian was right. I guess he was right on that. I guess I did kind of did my thing on that too much. That's what's going to happen. It's literally going to happen just like that. So that's the purpose of doing this. You're going to have one account that you can trade and you can do whatever you want to do. You can place your trades, you can do that. But then you have the other account for the boot camp, where you don't touch that unless this particular trade that we talked about presents. And if it does, you take it. If it doesn't, you don't. That will not be an account that you be playing every day, because depending on what type of pair you have, it may not present in the time frame that we're playing. Because in the time frame, we're even looking at specific time frames. We might only be trading London session. And I say we, I mean y'all. Y'all not trading with me. Y'all trading by yourselves. Y'all getting up. We're going to talk about the strategy. Y'all getting up at those times, and then y'all going to trade it. Y'all going to trade it. And if it doesn't present in that time frame, guess what? You just don't trade that account. That doesn't mean that you can't trade your other account. And you trade that account, that's fine, the other account, but you will not trade the boot camp account unless it presents. And get this, you can only trade certain lot sizes. The only lot size that you're going to be trading in the boot camp is at the most a lot size of 0.03. So that means that if you have multiple trades, the only thing that you can do is a 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, or 0.01, 0.02, or 0.03. Is that, well, I do that now? Yeah, exactly. Because those things they leave off all the emotion. They leave off all the emotion. And you can focus on the strategy. That's what this thing is for. It's to focus on the strategy first. The money comes separate. The money is the result of you mastering the strategy. You understand? The money is a result of you mastering the strategy. Now, depending on the swing, depending on how long you're in the trade, that still may vary. I've already proven to y'all several times that 0.03s, 0.02s can make you money, depending on what type of pair you have. Do you get to pick your pair? Absolutely not. I will assign the pairs. You will be assigned 2 pairs. All right? You will be assigned 2 pairs and you work with those pairs for the boot camp. Again, if you want to trade on your own, you can trade on your own with that other account. But with the boot camp account, that's only for those 2 pairs. All right, and I'll explain more to y'all about that later on. So let's go ahead and go to the charts right quick. Let me go ahead and get my charts. And we're going to get started with that. So we can go over these days. Everybody tracking so far? Everybody cool with that? For the ones that are serious about that boot camp, ready for that? Again, I understand that's not going to be for everybody. And I want y'all to know that if y'all can't do it, I'm not forgetting about y'all. That's not one of them things that, okay, if you're not in the boot camp, then guess what? I'm not focused on y'all. Y'all can go ahead and get out of iTrade. No, it's not by any means, y'all. That's not by that. All right. Again, this is still personalized training. You have hired me for a purpose to help you. And when you reach out, you know that we schedule our one-on-ones. We do everything accordingly. And so that way you can go ahead and still get that training and that personalization that you need to be successful at the market. All right. This is just extra help, but it's on my terms. If you come into the boot camp, hey, like I said, it's going to be all in all. You got to go by my rules. You got to play by my rules. All right. That's only for the serious only. All right. So I'm gonna get ready to go ahead and share my screen. We're going to talk about this chart. Everybody can see my chart? Okay, cool. So we got a lot of stuff happening on this one. Let me go to the E. Yeah, there we go. It's a little bit cleaner. I don't got too much going on this one. So what I want to talk about tonight, all right, is these white dotted lines. Everybody can see these white dotted lines? If you can, say yes. If you can't, say no. The dotted lines right here, the white dotted lines. Everybody can see these? Make sure the ones that can text, please text me. I mean, not text me, but text on the Zoom, the Zoom chat. You can bring it back, it's fine. Again, I utilize this particular template for my entries, and then to also understand my weeks, what's going on for the week, what's going on for my day. So, and also the reason why I got rid of it before is because I was teaching y'all how to apply the naked Forex. Somebody has a question? I heard somebody unmute themselves.
Jimmy's gotten used to his whole room smelling like sweaty odors.
Okay, let me go ahead and mute you back. All right, so these dotted lines mean something. Can anybody remember what the dotted lines are for? Can anybody remember that was starting with me when we first started utilizing the market maker method? There you go. Becca hit it right on the butt. Periods of separation. It separates the periods. It separates the days. It separates the weeks. It separates the months. If you're looking at this on a day time frame, on a day time frame, yeah, you're looking at from this start right here to this end right here. That's a month start. That's a whole month or a couple weeks, one or the other. But I believe it's a whole month. From the 4 hour, from this start point to this start point, that's a whole week. And for the hour and the 15-minute, these represents days. Just a single day. Single 24 hours. Everybody get that? Before I move on, I need to make sure everybody got that. Is everybody tracking? If you say no, then let me know. Please let me know if you don't understand it. Again, I'm gonna go in further detail in a second. I just need to make sure that so far everybody understand where I'm coming from. Do I need to repeat it? Let me know if I need to repeat it.
Hey, yeah, go ahead and repeat that real quick.
All right. So again, these dotted lines, these white dotted lines, okay, and I will get to where you can find them and all that stuff too. So don't worry about that. I will get there too. But I just need to I need to make sure that y'all understand, all right, what these dotted lines represent, right? Not the blue ones, but the white ones, okay? I'll zoom in because there is different. We got some blue ones on here, white. I just need y'all to understand the ones that's going down, downwards, okay? When you are looking at these white dotted lines on the day chart, when you're dealing with this point beginning to this point end, can y'all see where I dotted that red? Can y'all see where I dotted the red lines? I'll zoom in on it so that way y'all can see it. I don't want to confuse y'all, nothing like that. You're like, whoa, it's a lot of dotted lines going on. It's kind of making my eyes cross. But everybody can see that, right? Cool. From that line beginning to this line ending on the day chart, write this down, on the day chart represents a whole month of activity. So all these candlesticks represent one full month or a couple weeks. I believe it's a couple weeks. And then when we go to the 4 hour, from this beginning to this ending represents a whole week. Just 1 week on the 4 hours. On the 4 hour time frame, those dotted lines represent a whole week. Everybody get that? There was only one yes. I need to see some more yeses or no's, or can you repeat that, or let me know. Cam, yeah, absolutely. So again, because we're going to break it down even further than this. We're going to break it down even further. So that way I'm going to label the days out. So that way you can kind of see how they look. So again, when you're dealing with the white lines, let me delete the red line so that way you can see it. When you're dealing with the white dotted lines going down, when you go from the left side to the right side, that represents a whole week. All this inside of here represents a whole week. On the day chart, that represents a couple of weeks. This whole little piece right here. And y'all see how when I mark this, it only covered on the day chart now. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candlesticks. That only covered 5 candlesticks versus on the 4 hour where we have multiple candlesticks. Y'all see that? So again, I'll repeat. On the day time frame, when we're looking at these grids, we're looking at pretty much almost a whole month. When we're looking at the 4 hour, we're looking at a whole week between those. When we're looking at the 1 hour and the 15-minute, this left to this right represents the day. Okay, everybody is following so far, because again, this is going to be very, very important going to this next one. Because when y'all see this, y'all going to be like, man, you telling me that once y'all start to understand peaks, and when you see that peaks are being set, you kind of know what to expect for your whole entire week. Sometimes you'll know that this whole week might be a pullback. So I could be playing against the trend for a whole entire week. You might be looking at it and be like, okay, it could be going for the trend. That's how I do my swings. That's why when I tell y'all, I'll be like, I'm probably going to just be holding for a week. It's because of this. Because I understand my days and what they present. But I don't want to get off topic. We're going to be breaking this down day by day. All right?
Professor, question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So are you counting the candlesticks between the two lines?
I'm not counting them between the two lines. We're going to get there. Hold on now. Hold your horses.
Okay.
Hold your horses. We're going to get there, Holmes.
Okay.
We're going to get there. Hold them. Hold them questions.
Okay.
All right. So now that we broke down, we understand what the white lines are for, correct? Everybody understand the white lines. They are picturing these time frames or these days in transition to the overall, market. All right, everybody got it. Okay, so how we utilize this information, how we utilize this day by day, and how I do is, this is how I break this down. I look at these dates down here. Everybody see these dates down here? Everybody see the dates? Look all the way down to the bottom and, past the TDI, and you'll see it says March 1, March 2, March 5, all that stuff. Everybody see that? So what I'll do is I'll sit up there and say, okay, what is the day that I'm playing on? It's March 5. When was Monday? Let's see when Monday was. Monday was the 6th. Right? Monday was the 6th. So let me start with last week. Let me go from last week because I want to go a little bit closer. Let's go back to no 5th. No, yeah, it was the 5th. I'm sorry, I messed that up. It was the 5th. So let's go back to we can do the 5th. That's fine. We can do the 5th. All right, so let's go to the 5th. I will mark that out. I'll say, okay, on the 5th, this was Monday. Now, a lot of people remember this. The ones that was, rocking with me at the beginning. A lot of y'all know this stuff or remember this. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I say, okay, this was Monday. 5th was Monday. We normally call that Sunday Monday because it actually carries over. All right, so that's Sunday money included. And then this day is Tuesday, right? Tuesday. Wednesday. Then we're going into Thursday. Next day after that is Friday. Oh, why did I put a T there? No. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. This is the whole week. If we go to the 15-minute, it's the same thing. It's just spread out. You see that? So the candlesticks, all these candlesticks in between is 24 hours worth of work. 24 hours worth of work. The reason why it's the same equivalent on the 1 hour is because what? It's 24 hours in a day. So when you post these things, you can see that it matches up on the dates. Look at the dates of these. So what does this mean for me? Well, it just, again, it applies to what we were saying about these dates. So if you need more confirmation to understand what these represent, now you can go back to the higher time frames. 4 hour, what did I say the 4 hour was? That represents a whole entire week. So see how a lot of this is all playing right there in between these gaps. All this is playing in between this. Don't worry about this dotted line. The reason why this dotted line is here is because this is just kind of showing you where current the average daily range is. So it's actually going off of, hold on, I gotta delete this thing so that way y'all can see it. That's why I was thinking I should have started from further out so that way you can see it clearly. Oops, did I delete right? Yeah, I think I did. Okay, so that whited line to this whited line. Everybody see that? That represents the whole week. That is literally doing the whole week out. And then when you go to the 4 hour, the day, it gets even more bunched up. Why? Because that only represents 1 week. That's only one of the weeks in the couple of weeks in that time frame. But Adrian, what is this all equivalating to? Like, what does all this mean? Like having the days marked up and understanding the markup of the days because of this simple point. And this is what we're going to be covering. Not on Saturday, but probably next week. We're going to be covering this next week. Understanding these peaks. It's understanding the peaks and understanding that when you're looking at these time frames, okay? And you understand that when your peak is set for the week, 9 times out when your peak is set, 9 times out of 10, it's going to follow that for the rest of the week. For the rest of the week. We're looking at this on an overall trend. Let's look at this on let's scratch what we just found out about Sunday, Monday, Tuesday thing, right? And we're looking at this. And we see what? We see a peak high. Let's apply everything that we learned this far. We see peak highs. We see a double top right here, right? We see an M, 5 and a 13 crossing. It's going down, it's going down, it's going down. We understand that right now it's going back up with the trend, right? That we wasn't a pullback, it was going down, and now we're going back up with the trend. So, but how do we know that? How do we know that clearly? Well, now we can go to the smaller time frames. You don't see the days and dates correlating? Hold on, let me go back to it. Make sure y'all got the correlation. Hold up. Look at this right here. This March the 2nd was the previous Friday. You don't play Saturday. You don't play Saturday, right? So that's why it skips over a day. What was Friday? Friday, okay, yeah. So it was second. You don't play on Saturday, and then Friday is the 4th, right? It's the 4th, but that only covers half a day. Because what? The market opens and in the middle of the day on Sunday. The market only opens in the middle of the day on Sunday. Right? So that's why they don't really have that on there. It covers half a Sunday and then goes to the whole Monday. So that's why you only see like on here March the 2nd, and then it goes right into the 5th. Because we didn't play on Saturday, which was the 3rd. 4th only covers half the day. Why don't the lines match up with the dates? Well, because they're covering, you got to think about this, Becca, is covering the whole day. And that's why they have it spaced out here. They have it like the 2nd a couple times. They got the 2nd like 3 times going across it. Sometimes you don't want to overanalyze this thing. Just know. Sometimes I will say this. Sometimes we ask too many questions for us. And I'm not saying that you're asking too many questions, but I'm saying this because sometimes we'll try to know more than what we need to know. Sometimes, and I'm accused of that sometimes too. Sometimes I'll be like, well, why is this? Why is that? And I understand that you want to know, but sometimes the reason why we don't know is because there's a boundary to it. And if we try to go beyond that boundary, then we try to go beyond the understanding of the basic premise of what we're trying to learn. Yeah, I know. And I know you just want to know. And that was that. And see, that was the basic premise of the whole like when we did the event. But the thing about it is it was some things that we were trying to get to know, that if all we did was just kind of just follow the steps, we would have already had. Like there's some things that I don't ask. I just be like, okay, I'm just going to list. Okay, you said, all right, these makes this. Okay, so if this dotted line is this between this dotted line, all right, that's represents that day. It represents Sunday and Monday. Got it. All right. So what about this day right here? That represents Tuesday. Okay. Look at the date. It's the 6th. Cool. Great. That's the next day. Wednesday, 7th. It is Wednesday on the 7th. Cool. All right. Now, will more stuff come into play with this? Yes, because these blue lines right here, you'll start to learn what these are for. This represents the Asian session. This represents the New York session. But again, please don't ask questions on that because we're going to get on that. But we need to understand these days and what they represent. So when you understand that your peak has been set, you understand that for the rest of the week, that's your peak. It won't go back to the peak. Why? Why do you think that the market will not go back to a peak once a peak's been set? It's the same rules that is applied to everything that I talked about before in the past. Why won't the market makers go back to a peak? Or why wouldn't they go back to the peak for the rest of the week if a peak's been set? Alex said it costs money. Think about it. There you go. There you go, Sean. Because traders are trapped. Traders are trapped. If people are jumping in this thing, somebody jumped in this thing has been going down for a long time. Let's go to the day chart. This thing's been going down, right? Everybody thinking, oh, it's going to be this major sold thing. It's going to be this major sold. Everybody gets in for the sell. Everybody's winning. You know, it goes right back to the art of war. You see everybody jumping in the sells and EU. Oh, EU's in profit. Oh, EU is bay. Oh, man, you know, Adrian loves EU because it's always bay. It always plays out, blah, blah, blah. You listen to all that stuff and you say, okay, it's been in a sell market. It's supposed to be a sell market. All these people are talking about sales. And you decide to jump in a sell move this back right here, right in this little area right here. You decide to jump in a sell right in this little area and you decide to get risky. You're at the white part of the art of war. You're at the white part where you feeling your cocky, you feeling yourself. You feeling cocky. You know what I mean? You be like, hey, I was on a winning streak and everybody else, talking about sales. Let me take a look at this thing. It is going in the sales market, right? Everything's lining up for a sell. The EMA's at the bottom. Look. Hey, guys, look at this. The EMA, where the EMA's at? They at the top, right? That's supposed to be clear. That's supposed to be clear trend, right? That's supposed to be clear trend. But what happened? Zoom in a little bit closely. It hit a W, and it just spiked up. Could have been news, could have been anything. Right? I think that was around the time where news did come out for that, and it just decided to continue on up. But now you entered in for a sell right here, and now you're trapped in there. But you said, okay, I'm trying to be a swing trader, so I'm trying to hold this bad boy. I'm gonna be able to hold this thing. I'm good. I'm green. But you over leveraged. So now you stuck in this thing, and it's going negative for a long time. Like, dang, how long is this actually going to be going for this direction? You utilizing Fibonacci, you utilizing everything. You're just like, man, okay, well, when I use the Fibonacci, dang, the 618, it passed the 618 zone. Oh, I'm starting to get worried now. It's a little bit past it. I don't know what's going on, man. What else is going on? Guys, they set the peak. Ladies and gentlemen, they set the peak. And when they set a peak, they normally do that for a whole entire week. But how will we know when it's going to do it? Normally it does it on what? If the trend is going to reverse, what day, or what I should say, what event has to happen? Midweek reversal, right? Midweek reversal has to portray. Everybody heard midweek reversal? Who has not heard of midweek reversal? Has everybody else heard of midweek reversal? Everybody, okay, great. Heard the term, but okay, you didn't know what it mean. Okay, that's no problem because we get ready to go over it right now. You get ready to understand why knowing your days is so important. Okay? So it's passed it up. We understand that, hey, this thing was going down, but now it's changed its course. But guys, this is a part of knowing your days because guess what? When they set this peak down here, They went above it. Now everybody's strapping. Now they keep on going. Boom. Sunday, Monday, they can still going up. It's Tuesday, still going up. It's Wednesday. And guess what? Now we got some consolidation. Midweek reversal. The reason why midweek reversal was so famous for trapping people is because they will push the market, literally push the market a certain direction, keep on pushing, keep on pushing, keep on pushing, keep on getting people to buy in, to sell in to a position, and then all of a sudden, boom, go against them, drop it down. The midweek reversal normally happens, and again, because the reason why it's called midweek reversal is because it happens midweek. Why are there midweek reversals? Just like anything else, trapping traders. The art of war. Psychologically tearing people's mindsets down. What enticing them to take a position, right? Facebook does that and entices you to take a position. Why? Because you see everybody winning. Right? The fact of you making money is that, right? And then you got creating fear and panic, right? Is the third one. It's because you're winning for so long, and then you jump in a trade, and then all of a sudden, what happens? It goes against you. Then you're like, oh crap, what's happening? And you can't explain it. And then of course, lastly, what happens? You either get yourself out of that trade, or the market hits your stops and closes your order anyway.
Hey, Adrian, I got a quick question.
Yep.
If the Forex does trillions of dollars, how is it that the market makers are able to affect a market like that, to have reversals like that?
It's because of the reason why the market has so much money is not because people are winning. It's because people are losing. So it's because of those losses they're able to do that. It's because that when they force the market, people lose, and in return gives more money to the market, which gives more value, which raises it. The reason why the market, and I'm not trying to blame, I'm not blaming IML for the reason why the market has grown, but because I will say this, because people know more, the people are more aware of Forex now because of IML. Forex has always been around. People have been doing it, but because, IML is such a strong phenomenon that passed globally, it's almost like IML is a Walmart of Forex, and everybody else is just like an aisle. You know what I mean? And an aisle in Walmart. And because of that, that number has raised from 5, because if y'all remember last year, around January, February time, it was 5.3 trillion. All right. But that number has grown in a year to 5.7 trillion. And again, it's not because people are winning and taking money out of, because that would have lowered the number of money, right? It's because people are losing. More people are in the market. There's more money in the market in a sense, yes. But there's more little guppies in the market, retail traders in the market. Retail traders have a small effect to it, even though, yes, there's a lot of us in there, but there's people with amounts of money that can force it down for a certain extent to break the natural order of it. And then they can force it, and sometimes they can force it to a fact to make the little guppies change their path. And that's how you have that. When you see a spike in the market, right? Let's go ahead and observe this. Check this out. Let me actually remove this, so that way you can even see this a little bit more clear. Hold on, I just added it on there. My bad. I think I had JFX. Yep, there we go. Oops. Go back down. I think it was this spike right here. When you see a spike like this, you see this spike like this, right? Psychologically in your mind, you thinking, oh, reversal. Everybody thinking in their mind that now they need to buy. So now the guppies, us, the retail traders, we see that a big push in the market has happened. So now we're thinking, oh, wait, no, we were in sales, but now it's buys. They're following the big fish. So that's how the market, because the market makers can only do so much. You're absolutely right. The market makers can only do so much. But sometimes they'll do enough damage to psychologically change the direction of everybody's thought process. And when they do that, now the market can change. And that's what happens. That's exactly what happens when you see these spikes in the market. What is every retail trader thinking? I need to go in that direction. Sometimes it works and it holds out. Sometimes it doesn't. That's why we see the spikes to create the curiosity. We have those spikes to create that enticement. And if enough people are enticed, that's when we have this. But if there is not enough people being enticed, then what? You still got the natural order of the trend. It keeps on going down. News is just an excuse. News does not affect it. But when you see a few people, few hundred thousands of people going with the trend, and then you have a big fish come in and say, you know what, I want to do that too, spike the market down because they put, a 20 standard on it. Now you're thinking, oh man, well, maybe I need to follow suit. And then the next person like, yeah, that's a good idea. The next person like that, you'd be like, I don't know. I think I want to buy it too. The next person after that say, yeah, I think selling is an awesome idea. And then it just keeps on following suit. And that's how you have this ripple effect. So that's how they're able to do what they do, to explain that. But going back to the topic, I hope that answered your question. I don't know if it did or not. Because if you plant an idea in somebody's head, then what does that do? That creates chaos, right? So that's what happens. So we have this move, we have this spike up. We have traders trapped in here. All right. Goes into the next week, does not take out that peak. This is the peak. How do we know that the peak is being set? Is because every time when it pulls back, doesn't take out the peak. Goes up some more. Doesn't take out the peak. Goes up some more. Doesn't take out the peak. And it continues until we get to these particular days. Write this down. Midweek reversal happens on Wednesday and Thursday. It can sometimes happen on Fridays. And if it happens on Friday, guess what? It is a trap day. So it's normal for it to do that. That's why a lot of us get trapped on Fridays. Remember how I'll be saying, hey guys, be careful, it's trap day. That's the reason why. It's because you'll see the market and it's going up, right? It's going up. And then on Friday, what happens? It spikes right down. Boom. Spikes down. You're like, what happened? It was Friday. Trap day. And it traps you in until next week. That's why I don't play it for long. So I only play like London session. If I play it, I don't play New York session on Fridays. So we have Wednesday today. We have this pullback and it's pulling against the Mayo. Now, depending on what it does tonight, it could be setting up for our midweek reversal. If we see that this thing, let me delete this timer over here. We can possibly see the market going and doing something like this. Start to go down against the trend. Why? because we got enough traders in here trapped in here thinking that, hey, the market was going up all this week, even ending off the week last week. And now a pullback has to happen. We got enough traders trapped in this. A pullback has to happen. I tell y'all a lot of times in every trade that we get into, I say, hey man, this thing is creating a new low. Some point of time, a pullback will happen. Now, does it happen? Yeah.
How do you time that pullback?
You don't time it. You wait. You time.
Well, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Utilizing the Fibonacci. Like if you're just trying to understand how far the pullback can happen, you mean?
I mean, when it initially is going to start.
When it's going to start, that's understanding your peaks, understanding pins, railroads, stuff like that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Because once you understand exhaustion in the market, then you understand, okay, now this thing is starting to see that that this thing is not going that direction. You start to see that peaks are not being taken out. Similar to this, it created a peak low, and then it went up. That peak wasn't taken out. It went up. That peak wasn't taken out. It went up. That peak wasn't taken out. And what you do is capitalize on those rises. So the same thing would have to happen here. It went up. That would be my peak. For this thing to be a continuation, it has to go down. Come back up. Oops. Come back up. Now take out this peak. Drops down some more. Now take out that peak and pulls back. Now you have yourself midweek reversal and you're playing it that way. So understanding your days, you understand that, hey, this is a possibility that can happen. Now, again, write this down. Midweek reversal does not happen every single week. We've seen that with, what was it? What was the player that we played? CJ. CJ just kept on continuing down. Right? CJ just kept on continuing down. Now, if we would have put these grids on that, and that was my fault too, because I thought that I was looking at the long-term swing. So I was just like, okay, well, at some point it's going to turn around. If we just took a look at that, every time when it pulled back, if we would have put the grids on that at the smaller time frames, we could have seen that, hey, maybe this is just doing a midweek reversal. I mean, this is just doing a pullback. Midweek reversal is going back with the trend. Because that can happen too. Where you have a midweek reversal into a pullback to continue on with the trend, or you have a midweek reversal to continue on or to go counter trend. But we're going to save that for another time. Please don't ask questions on that because I just want to get y'all on the concept of understanding the days. Does everybody understand the days? That's all I need to know right now. We're going to cover that. And like I said, we could be possibly starting next week. We're going to be starting a series where we do every single day training. I know definitely for the boot camp, we're going to be doing every single day. We might do 3 times a day. Like we might be doing 3 times a day for the boot camp, where it's like Monday, then Tuesday, then Wednesday, and then the rest of the week is just homework, just marking up charts, all that stuff. All right, but does everybody understand the days right now? That's all I need to know. The boot camp, don't worry about the boot camp. I'm gonna be putting out more information on the boot camp later on. And then you can always check this recording too on just the information, the little information that I gave out about it. But again, we're going to be talking about that more coming closer to it. I'm going to be putting out the rules, pretty much what it's about. I understand that everybody is not going to be able to do it. physically, because the simple fact is jobs and everything else may not account for it. And now I understand if you can't do it this first go around, it will be other times where the boot camp is happening. Again, it's not, if you're asking about charges and stuff, will it charge? No, you're already in the academy. That's just for extra, like, hey, that's for them ones that's, hey, they call themselves and ready to be sniper traders. You're ready to be a sniper trader? That's the boot camp. That is the boot camp. All right. There will not be, extra craziness, silliness. We're going to be talking about charts only in the sniper training. All right. So do I got any questions? And also because that just leads me up for that. Now I will cover this, and I will say this now. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Okay. I want y'all to know that I appreciate every single one of y'all, what y'all been doing, what y'all have accomplished so far. A lot of y'all feel like that y'all have not accomplished. Well, I haven't accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. You may not accomplish what you didn't want to accomplish yet, but you have to admit that you are farther than where you were before you came into this. Can everybody agree that you are at least further than what you, for those that started? Because I know a few people that's just, this might be your first time coming in, or, you might have been away for a while, or whatever the case may be. But coming into this thing, y'all have to admit that y'all are a lot further than where y'all were before y'all came into iTrade Academy. All right. Now, I say all these things because, like, even with the chats, there's a lot of chatter in the chats. I love the fact that you guys are so active in the chats, but at the same time, we have to be aware that there are, when you are chatting in the chats, that also everybody can, see what's going on in the chats, right? There's a lot of people that are involved on the chats too. It's about 200 and some odd people that's in that chat too. Not everybody wants to be on that conversation or know what's going on with it. All right. Now, I know some of us cover, about different pairs, and that's fine if you want to cover pairs. All right. That's fine. Now, what we do have two hangouts. All right. We have the iTrade FX Academy. Now, the iTrade FX Academy is more or less for those trades. Like, hey, what is everybody playing? What are you doing here? Okay, well, this is what's happening with this one. This is what happened with this one, and that's fine. All right. But when the chat starts to get, a little bit out of hand, and we're talking about other stuff, guys, you have to realize that chat is, everybody's getting that. You might be at work and the chat is just going off and you're not even involved with the conversation. That happens sometimes with people, and we have to be, let's be, considerate to everybody else. We don't want to just be blowing up the chat just to be blowing up the chat or put in random stuff just because of that. Save that for a private chat. We do have FX Hangout. Now, FX Hangout group, chat, messenger group, that's for that. If you want to just cut up, if you want to have a good time, if you want to connect with the other traders and, just share different things, that's what that's there for. And I'll make sure that I tag everybody in that. So that way y'all have both of those. Y'all are, you can share whatever you want to share. You can have a good time. Like, I'll be in there too. I'll be in there cutting up with y'all in the FX Hangout. Right. But the iTrade is more or less for, hey, all right, we're waking up for work. Let's go ahead and get to business. All right. New York session. We in New York session. Hey, guys, what are y'all looking at? Oh, I'm in this one. Okay. What's your position on this? Well, I'm already up 20 pips. Okay, great. All right. Well, I'm in this one. News is about to come out in 20 minutes. This is what the post is about. That's what that there is for. But yeah, we just have to, just be mindful that, there's other people that is in the chat. Some people that are not as active, and that just be courteous to them too, because that also affects far as their they're like, man, the phone is going off, and they want to see what's going on far as if there's any events or anything that's coming out. We do put out events, especially with everybody coming over to the new academy. I know that there's quite a bit still that has not gotten over to the academy. Please make sure you reach out to Rhonda. If you have not gotten into the academy yet, please reach out to Rhonda. Let her know that, hey, I'm still having problems getting into the new academy. I have not got my password. And then send her your PayPal email So that way she can verify you by that, and then go ahead and put you in your position. So that way she can give you your back office access to the courses and everything else. All right. But yeah, let's just be courteous to one another. All right. Okay, so she'll get back to you, Becca. It's okay. She'll get to you. That's not her only, her only job is not with us. She also helps out, uh other corporation too. She actually works for somebody. She actually works for the company that we hired on. So our boss kind of got at her the other day when I told her we was having problems. Because she spent like 3 hours trying to get everybody straightened out, and just on this, and she kind of got in trouble for that, but she was only helping out. But like I said, just kind of be patient on that. Just write her. She'll get back to you. Don't worry about that. We're going to get to that. But until we get everybody over there, like I said, we're going to still do business as usual. Still going to be sending out the links. Still going to be doing whatever we got to do until we got everybody over. Now, once y'all over there, if you do have people that you want to bring into the iTrade Academy to start training and start learning this thing, you can do that. You have to, again, remember to go to your affiliate links. Go ahead and fill out the paperwork to make you affiliate, and send out people's links so that way you can get your cash prize for that as well, for bringing people. And then what else? Yeah, again, the affiliate program is a one-time payout. It is not a compensation plan at all. IML has a compensation plan. It is nothing like that. It's just me saying thank you. I appreciate y'all for trusting in me, and trying to tell somebody else about the what we're trying to do here. That's all this is. Again, we do have training for IML in the back office. I am not a competitor of IML by any sort, because they pay me, so I'm not even trying to be no competitor. I love their compensation plan, and I'm still going to be with them till the day I die. They gave me my start. All right, they gave me my start. Make that clear, right? So I said, yeah, you know what I mean? They gave me my start. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't know anything about this. Wouldn't know anything about this, or this even existed. So I appreciate them to the fullest. But yeah, so does anybody have any questions about the information that we put out, about what I was saying about the chat, or even about following up with Rhonda to make sure that y'all have your access to the back office before we get over here, get off of here? And please unmute yourselves and
Hey, I had a question as far as paying for the academy. I had the card I can't use anymore, and I had to change the card. So how do I go about doing that in the academy?
So all you got to do is just go to your PayPal. That's a PayPal, kind of solution thing. You just got to go to your PayPal and then change out your card information there. Because the iTrade is just connected to the PayPal account. So if you change the card, I believe you would have to change it on there, and it should not affect the transaction, I don't believe.
Hey, I missed everything that you said. For some reason, it went out on.
Okay. So I was saying that because I was reading what people were saying on here. But I was saying that that is like a PayPal solution thing. So all you have to do is go to PayPal, and you should be able to change out your card information, and that should not affect the payment, because again, it's connected to PayPal. So PayPal takes it out of whatever card that you have on file. So you can change that card on file through PayPal, and it shouldn't affect anything that goes on. Okay, so Cam said that Rhonda didn't write her back that it was received. When did you write her? It was yesterday, Cam? Because you've been having bad luck with that. I couldn't get it, or she she wasn't able to get you in there. You said you over it. No, don't do that. Don't do that, Cam. No, no. You know we gonna work on you. Today, like I said, she had wrote me a long email because that time where she was spending that time to do that. Her boss man got on her about it. So I don't think she did anything really too much today. I think she did a little bit today. I've been trying to get on the phone with her so I can find out what's going on. And seeing what's going on with that. If she can't do it, then like I said, we have developers ourselves, so that way, you know, all she has to do is just kind of tell us what to do, and then we're good. Yesterday, and around that time or whatever, that's when she was writing me. So she'll like I said, she'll get back to you. Just just keep that in mind. I'll reach out to her and let her know that, you know, we still got a few more people, and that we'll work on that. And like I said, I'm in the process of getting Shantae and Stephanie trained up in the back office, so that way they can kind of run that and handle the back office and everything, so she don't have to worry about it. Let me see, James. Just certain which messenger group is for. Okay, so the FX Hangout group, the FX Hangout group messenger group, that one was the one that I actually had open for, like, say for instance, if you camaraderie, like if you want to just talk about just random stuff, if you want to, you know, kind of just express yourself throughout the day and kind of talk about trading, then yeah, that's what that's there for. But a lot of times with the FX Hangout group, what I'm saying is a lot of times, you know, it kind of gets out of hand. Sometimes, you know, it goes beyond trading. Sometimes we'll go beyond trading. So what I'm saying is with the FX Hangout group, let's just keep it with the trading. You know what I mean? Let's keep it with that. I'll make sure that I'll try to get with Shantae, Stephanie, and we'll work on getting everybody to the FX Hangout group. So those that want to, you know, have that camaraderie, y'all, you know, we can go ahead and talk on there. Like I said, I'm gonna start getting more active in the chats too. I was trying to get everybody over to this new academy and trying to get that information on, you know, getting started with the boot camp and stuff like that. But yeah, but that's what that's there for, to do that. To exchange trading ideas and analyze for trading. Exactly. That's what that's there for. So you can, you know, exchange ideas. You can share that FX Hangout group right there. But I want to make sure that we have at least one chat open for that. Or what I could possibly do too, and what I've been working on. All right, and I'm sharing this with y'all because y'all family, and then also, you know, this is based off of that. So what I was also thinking about doing for those that, you know, don't want to per se be in the messenger group, because again, the messenger group is for that. I'm setting up the autoresponders so that way you don't have to be lost about any events or anything that goes out. You know what I mean? So you can either you can kind of be in that one, because, you know, any messenger group really, and I'm talking about Telegram group, all that stuff. Telegram group, it gets out of hand too. Telegram group, you see so much going on in the Telegram group. There are divided, so that way there is the one where they are doing the promotions of, hey, new people are coming in IML, yay, great. And then you have the ones where they're just talking about chatting. I mean, not chatting, but trading. And even in those groups with especially with Miss Kathy's, I see them kind of go out of line too. They talk about random stuff and all that stuff too. And it's fine for that. So what I can do for the people, what I was thinking about ideas is, I can either do that, having a separate one with the FX Hangout group, rebooting the FX Hangout group one, because it was there. Like I said, I had the iTrade in the FX Hangout group. So I can reboot that one. So that way everybody can get on there and we can have that camaraderie on there and don't have to worry about it. Or for those that don't want to be in the messenger group, we still have the autoresponder sending out updates on trading, updates on different events that's coming out, updates on the, you know, like what Shantae sends out in the messenger group starts, you know, hey, this we're going to be going live in 15 minutes, or we're going to be going live in, blah, blah, blah time. And she'll have the link, all that stuff already there. And all you got to do is check your email, and you check your email, and then boom, you're in the Zoom meeting. So, we can do it either way. You can, write me, and we can talk about that. And like I said, but I just want to make sure that everybody is happy. I want to make sure that everybody understands the purpose of what this is for. And sharing ideas is not a problem. Sharing ideas is fair, because at the end of the day, we are all trying to learn this stuff. But what I'm saying is, when it gets to a point to where you're sharing idea and you and one other person is only having that idea, well, then write each other in a private chat. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it's only just that one person, two other people just chatting it up. And, that still affects everybody else, because somebody might be at work and have their phone on vibrate and the things just keep on going off, instead of you and just that one person might have that. But the iTrade Academy is for people to get familiar with each other. And then once that familiarity, y'all know what I'm trying to say, is built, then y'all can go ahead and take it to, personal chat. It's just like any other messenger group. Once you get to know somebody, then you might want to kick it with them. Maybe you want to hang out with them. And, you share that experience with them, and you build another friendship. There you go. But you don't want to get to a point to where, it's just overused. We want to keep it for where it's at. You start those ideas, you share those ideas. Maybe somebody else that wasn't in there might see value in that, and just like, yeah, let me go ahead and jump in it. And then, y'all share that and y'all move it off. You can also block those that are discussing. Well, I mean, I'm not going to block anybody. Okay, I don't, I'm not going to do it. I don't know if you can just block them and then keep them on the messenger group, but I wouldn't. Yeah. Oh, okay. You mean you can actually personally block, if y'all was on your personal phone, y'all can block that particular person, so that way whenever they talk, it's just like it doesn't show up. Oh, okay. All right, though. That's neat. I didn't know that existed. But okay, so that's an idea too. Max brought up a good idea. So if you notice that a particular person is chatting in the group, you can actually block that. You can go on your phone and personally block that person, so that way anytime when that person is saying something, your phone is not getting an alarm from that person talking. So if you notice that it's certain individuals, then you can be like, okay, all right, let me go on my phone personally and block this person. So that way, when they say something, I don't get a message or alert on my phone. It's just, I can keep that silent. So that's even a good idea too. The reason why I'm having a conversation again is so that way everybody understands that, you have options and you don't have to feel like doing that. If you need help with that, Max is, Max, if you don't mind volunteering your services in, the messenger group. Hey, if anybody has problem with, I wouldn't say it like that. If anybody has problem with anybody, come and see me, because I'm going to teach you how to block them. But you know what I mean? You can just, you can just say it nicely or whatever. If you're having problems with, far as the chat being too noisy, just, see me and I can show you how to kind of block certain users, so that way your inbox isn't blowing up. You can say that. That's fine. Yeah, you can also mute it, but the thing about even muting that is, sometimes when you mute it, you still miss out on important information too. So if you mute it, and then say, for instance, like there's certain trade days or something like that, and people putting that, it was like, or me, sometimes I'll come in and be like, yo, buy JPY right now, buy GU right now. And then you had it muted for that time, and now, you missed the trade. But, because sometimes I don't like to put it in the Telegram group, because, if I say buy now, what is that God old question that I always get? Is it still good to get in that trade now? Can I still get in the trade? Is it too late to get in there?
Stop it. Stop it.
I still get, hey, and Miss Kathy get that all the time too. Can I still get in the trade? I don't know.
5 hours later. Is it
Yeah,
too
5 hours later. Can I still get in the trade? What? That was on the 15-minute chart 5 hours ago. What you mean? Can you still get in it? Mm-hmm. Oh, you can't. Yeah. I mean, you're never going to. But at the thing about it is, you can't please everybody. But at the end of the day, like I said, you can try your best to make yourself to where it's like, okay, I'm gonna try to be courteous the best way that I can be. I cannot please everybody. I understand that, but I can take in consideration of other people. And at the end of the day, that's what we have to do as servants. Sometimes we don't like it. Sometimes the reason why a lot of us is probably not in and not in as a server is because we don't technically like physically serving people. Like, we don't mind, and I don't want to have a preaching moment about that, but I was like, we don't mind like serving people in a sense to where it deals with what we want to deal with. But when it comes with physically serving other people, it's like it's a heartache. It's like, man, I don't want to do that. It's like, what? You telling me, okay, I don't want to, no. I don't care about that. I'm not going to make you happy, so it's whatever. No. Sometimes we got to look past ourselves and be like, okay, I hear you. I'm going to see what I can do. I can't promise you, but I'm going to see what I can do. And that's all it is. Consideration. That's all I have. You know what I mean? It's just consideration. You know what I mean? That's all it is. And then you try your best. And, like I said, if you can't, you're not going to please everybody, but you can try your best to see what you can do to be courteous to everybody. And that goes a long way too. So even if that person is still not satisfied, well, you know what? I did whatever I could to do, to make sure that that person was happy. But if they're not happy, then, hey, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. But, that's that. Any other questions? Go ahead, y'all. Talk to me. There's a few other people still on here.
Adrian?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't have a question. I just had, I guess, more of an observation, like what you were saying about the art of war.
Mm-hmm.
I think this week I traded a lot less than I usually do,
Mm.
and I was starting to feel guilty, especially
Mm.
like when I see like all the people posting their profits and stuff. I was starting to feel really bad, and I was like, why, but I was like, I had been over trading, just way too much trades open at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And, like when I stopped it, I just felt bad. But I was like, okay, it's nothing to feel bad about. You just have to like do what you know that your account could handle.
Mm.
So I was like, okay, no, I don't feel like as terrible, but I'm not gonna lie, that was really eating away at me this week. Every time I see somebody like posting their profits, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I should have took that trade. I should have took that trade.
Yeah, and it's gonna be that way. It's gonna be that. I'm telling you, that it's gonna be that
Oh my
way.
God.
And
Yeah.
the reason why I'm telling you, that's the reason why I wanted to have this. The art of war was so important because tonight I was just thinking, just like any other preacher, you know what I mean? They get up and be like, you know what, guys, what will you have me talk about tonight? You know what I mean? And I was really thinking about that. And I had gotten on the phone with Dr. Kathy. I had called her. She's in Georgia now. And I had called her just to see, where she was at and, how she's doing and everything, because I haven't talked to her in a couple of days. And she was telling me about far as how she wanted to, start switching over to just doing teaching, for this week, because the market, I repeat, the market, even to her, was not looking as good. So she wanted to switch over just to do teaching. And she said that a few people on there, and I'm not saying us, because we understand that if she said, hey, the market's not looking good, we know what to do. We say, okay, the market's not looking good. Let me be cautious about what I do. All right. But then you got to realize that she's dealing, because now she's on IML. So now she got multiple people on there, right? Yeah, Cam said, especially exactly what it did yesterday. So now she got multiple people on there thinking that, hey, I want my 10 pips and dip. I want to get on here so I can dip out. And I don't want to hear they miss past all that other stuff that she said. And again, because they're at that starter stage of the art of war. All right, they're at that starter stage, and they don't understand everything. So when I say all that to say that if it was a fact that she even said that she wouldn't have played half the stuff that because she understands the art of war. She understands that the market is not looking the way she wants it to look. So she's not going to take that risk, but she understands she has a job, and she understands that not everybody is going to want to learn this thing, that they still want to be in that starter stage mode. They're just amped up. They want to make the money. They see people, posting. I want that feeling. I want that excitement. I want, the Lamborghini. I want all that stuff. And instead of, always having that want, the market will always take. So we have to realize that sometimes it's okay. Because, tell you the truth, I've played less this week too. I think the only day that I actually really seriously traded was Monday when I traded with y'all. That was the only time that I've actually seriously traded. Now, here and there, I traded just a little bit, but in my actual, because I got a study account too. In my actual study account that I'm growing, I didn't trade any in that account. I haven't traded any in that account because nothing has really presented to me to trade it.
But what I don't understand is how they want a Lamborghini. Dr. K don't have a Lamborghini. You don't have a Lamborghini.
Hey, and I try to give people the real story every single time. Look, I'm still paying. I'm almost done, but I'm still paying off my car. I'm still paying now the truck that I just bought, that's paid off cash, but I still have the other car that I'm still fixing to pay off. I still got my student loans. I paid them down. You know what I mean? I paid them down. They was about almost 6 figures, but now they're about 10,000. I almost got. I tell y'all the realness. I don't got nothing to hide on that. And but of course, those Facebook prophets, they like to tell you other things. You know what I mean? So that's that. But yeah, does anybody else have any other questions? Thank you, Nicole. Appreciate you, girl. Let's do them. Let's put them standards out.
Right? Yeah, the standards on hold till next week.
All right then, James. Hey man, it was a pleasure, man. You take it easy, brother. And if anybody else has any other questions, nope. All right then. So we're gonna go ahead and cut off of this. Shantae will be posting this later on. Like I said, the Art of War is just the beginning of the series, guys, leading up to the boot camp. So again, if you can, make sure that you're either on the live or look at the videos. Okay, look at the videos. Okay, because it's going to lead up to the boot camp. Knowing this stuff, understanding it, and building up that patience. Now, understanding that you need to be successful at this market. Understanding that you will not play every day. All right, and that's okay because you're waiting for your setup. All that other stuff is not chose. Okay, so y'all have a good one, man. Talk to y'all later.